Okay, time to make our paper flower. So the first thing you will need, and I am lucky enough to have, first put newspaper down or something to protect the space you're working on, because you're going to be doing a lot of gluing. The next thing you need is a couple of largish sheets of paper. A4 size would be great. I am lucky enough to have colours, but if you don't have that, even newspaper would work. You could make a newspaper flower, whatever you have got. I'm going to use my colour. First thing I'm going to do on my A4 piece is fold it in half as best I can. Right, now, while this is folded in half, on the creased side, I'm going to draw 3 petals. And that way, when I cut it, I'm going to get a symmetrical flower. I'll do my petals in black marker so you can hopefully see them. So remember, I'm drawing on the folded bit, not the open edge. So the first thing you need to do is do it like a teardrop shape, I suppose it is, like a teardrop. Don't go all the way to the fold, but almost. Hold it up and show you. Teardrop shape. So it just looks like that. You can see how I've left a little space at the top. Now I'm going to do a petal over here and a petal over here, and I'll show you how far in you need to draw and cut to make sure it works and looks symmetrical. So starting here, looks right out to there, about there, and then come back in about there. Okay, so you can see I've drawn the black line all the way into there, and I've left this little bit of space in the middle where the lines don't come into. So when I cut, this will still be all joined here in this little space here. So that's kind of the drawing you should have on half the piece of paper. Okay, let's cut that out. So there is my cut out flower. When I open it, I've got this lovely flower shape. Now I am going to do the exact same thing on my next piece of paper, but I'm going to make it slightly smaller than this one so that I can paste a smaller one on top. So watch for that. Okay, now I have 2 flower shapes, one larger, one smaller. I'm going to paste the little one on top of the big one. Just a glue stick for this. And paste the little one on top. Maybe I'll angle it this way. So now I have this shape. Next I need the big funnel shape in the middle, kind of like a daffodil. Over this bit here. You might change the way you cut this little part. You might cut some scalloped, bumpy edges. You might do spiky edges. You could be as creative as you like. Let's make it first. I'm going to use red for this, just a rectangular piece of paper. Put some glue along one edge, quite a bit. Loop it around like a cylinder shape, and you will need some patience because you'll have to hold this. Just smooth it along, maybe push it down like that, smooth it down, pinch it. Count to 10, and once you've held and counted, it should stick fine as long as you are patient with this part. Okay, to make it stick onto here, we need to make some tabs. Tabs are as easy as little snips. Spin all the way around, just little snips along the base. Way it around. One more there. Cut the little snips, you turn them out to make your tabs which you can glue down. Now, I like to do the fringing or the other part, whatever you're going to cut into this bit, do it now before you stick it down. It's easier. So I'm going to do some bigger fringing this time, sort of just like the tabs really that you just cut. Okay, loop those out a bit, it's a bit more interesting. Okay, let's glue this side down. Rather than trying to put glue on all the tabs, put the glue in the centre of the flower. Glue on, paste it down and hold it. Again, be patient, push those little tabs down. If your fingers get really gluey, wash them so that they don't get frustrating and everything sticks to it. Okay, there we have it. I've got the centre of our flower. Let's do some looping and pinching and pasting down. That's these bits, these fancy bits. I also, on this one, my smaller petals I put on top, I fringed those as well. The orange bit there you can see have been fringed. This time I might leave them flat. Well, let's do some pinching and pleating. So I've got some strips of paper here. I'm going to take my orange strip and I'm going to loop it. And I'm going like that, so it's looped, but I'm going to pinch them together and then paste them. So a little bit of glue on the end of here. And then you press it down, pinch it together. Get this nice loop. This end is pasted together. I'm going to make lots of these in orange and maybe in pink. Lots of loops. Some will be smaller than this, some will be larger, and then I'm going to paste them around on the flower. So I might put that in fast motion so you can watch that all come together. And there we have it, our finished 3D, very sculptural paper flower for our Garden of Remote Learning. You can see how you could have some fun writing down your reflections on some of these loops and folds or in here. I can't wait to see what you come up with. If it's newspaper one, if it's just going to be plain paper, is it going to be wrapping paper? What kind of folds and loops are you going to do? See you all very soon. Have fun.